Hello, everybody. Here's Miss Eizaz. I'm teaching math, British curriculum. Today we'll speak about conversion. But before we speak about conversion, we have to distinguish what is the difference between length, area, and volume. Length is the length of a 1D shape, like a straight line, like a curve, like a circumference of a circle. We find the perimeter of a shape. This is length. About area, it's a 2D shape, like a piece of land. We can find an area of a rectangle, we can find area of a triangle, we can find area of a circle, and so on. These are 2D shapes. 2D means two-dimensional shapes. About volume, we can find volume of a 3D shape, like a cuboid, like a cube, like a pyramid, like a cone, like a cylinder. All these shapes are 3D shapes. 3D means have length, width, and height, or has, like the cylinder, it has a radius and a height, or like the cone, it has a radius and a perpendicular height, and so on. So for the 3D shape, we can find volume, not only volume, we can find also surface area for the 3D shape. Now, we have to distinguish between a 1D shape, a 2D shape, and 3D shapes, because simply for 1D, we are only measuring its length. For a 2D shape, we are measuring its perimeter, or we measure its area. For a 3D shape, we can measure its volume or its surface area as well. So now let's start conversion. We have the units of measuring length as a start are kilometer. It's a big unit of measuring. We have a meter. A kilometer, it's a distance that you can walk it, but it's a big distance. Actually, it's 1,000 meters. 1 meter is as big as this. So kilometer is 1,000 meters. What about the centimeter? The centimeter is as big as this. What about millimeter? Why I'm saying it like that? Because it's like your fingernail. It's very tiny, the fingernail. You can see the millimeter simply on your ruler and the centimeter on your ruler. 1 centimeter has 10 tiny divisions. 1 centimeter has 10 millimeters. So, to convert from kilometer to meter, as I said, kilometer is 1,000 meters. And 1 meter has 100 centimeters. 1 meter as big as that. All of you open your arms like this. 1 meter is having 100 centimeters. And 1 centimeter, that you can see it on your ruler, has 10 tiny divisions, which are 10 millimeters. When you change from big to small, multiply. From small to big, divided by. So big to small, multiply. From small to big, divided by. If you change from millimeter to centimeter, you are using the same 10, but you divide by 10. From centimeter to meter, it is from something small to something big, because centimeter as small as that, but a meter is as big as that. So you just divide by 100. From meter to kilometer, we divide by 1,000. So kilometer, meter, semmim. 3 3 zeros, 2 zeros, 1 zero. Big to small, multiply. Small to big, divided by kilometer, meter, mem. 3 zeros, 2 zeros, 1 zero. Big to small, multiply. And small to big, divided by. Now, how to use them in problems? Let's go. Convert 3 kilometers into meters. And then it's a quiz, okay? We'll convert 82 centimeters into meters. And then we convert 1.59 kilometers into centimeters. "73 centimeters into millimeters." Let's have a look at the steps I drew for you. From kilometer to meter, it means kilometer is a big unit of measuring which is having 1,000 meters. And from big to small, multiply. Small to big divided by. So this 3, you just multiply it by 1,000. It will give you 3,000 meters. About 82 centimeters, you want to change them to meter. 82 centimeters, where are the centimeters? Here are they. You want to convert 82 centimeters to meter, then you are going up the stairs. So small to big divided by how much? By 100. So we divide here by 100. If you don't have a calculator and you need to divide by 100, you just move the decimal point to make the number smaller. Where is the decimal point? It's invisible. Yes, it's like a full stop here. You move it back, how many places? 2 places, because you are having 2 zeros. So we write the answer as 0.82 of a meter. It does make sense. 82 centimeter is less than 100 centimeters. So 0.82 meter, it does make sense. What about 1.59 kilometers? You want to change them into centimeters. It looks like there is a coming lesson, which is map scale. In map scale, we will learn that we have to draw many countries on a piece of paper. So we make it smaller. We make distances in kilometer, in centimeters, in order to make it smaller to draw. So from kilometer to centimeter, you have to skip a step. Let's see. You will skip from kilometer to centimeter like this. So you have to multiply by how many zeros? 5 zeros. Remember me, 5 zeros. Why? Because you are multiplying 1,000 having 3 zeros into 100, which is having 2 zeros. So you will multiply your number by 100,000. To multiply by 100,000, you will move the decimal point forward to make the kilometer, to make the value bigger because you're multiplying. So you move it how many places? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can put here 0, 0, 0, and then the point comes at the end. So it will be 159, then leave a gap, then 3 zeros. In British curriculum, it's not recommended to put a comma. Don't put a comma. You just leave a gap. 159,000 centimeters. To change 73 centimeters into millimeters, let's see, we are going down the steps from centimeter to millimeter. Here is centimeter, here is millimeter. You are going down the steps and multiplying by 10. If you multiply, why are you multiplying? Because kilometer, meter, centimeter, 3 zeros, 2 zeros, 1 zero. Big to small, multiply. Small to big, divided by. So from centimeter to millimeter, you are changing from a bigger unit, which is centimeter, to a tiny unit, which is millimeter. So you multiply by 10. So the answer will be 73, and you just stick a zero beside it, so 730 millimeters. After speaking about the conversion of length, what did we do now? All these units are the units of measuring length. Now we want to speak about units of measuring area. We measure area. Now I'll remind you what is area. Area means like a piece of land. If this piece of land is, for example, 100 meters by 13 meters, you just say that the area is length multiplied by width. So you are multiplying 100 meters by 13. It will be, just stick two zeros beside the 13. It is 1,300 meters squared. You are multiplying meter by meter. It is square meters. So that's why the area will be measured in, the units of measuring area now will be, instead of just kilometers, it will be square kilometers, like measuring areas of countries. Instead of meter, you have to say it is square meters or meter squared, as if you are measuring area of piece of land. In centimeter squared, when you measure the area of a paper. In millimeter squared, it is a tiny area. So now, let's take examples on how we convert areas. You are having, let's write the quiz, and you try to solve it with me. I'll give you a sample of converting meter squared to centimeter squared. If you are converting meter squared to centimeter squared, you have to think about converting meter to centimeter first. From meter to centimeter, then you are considering the same steps we did before for the length. For the length, meter to centimeter, you just multiply by 100. What about meter squared to centimeter squared? It is the same. From meter squared to centimeter squared, multiply by 100, but squared, multiply by 100, but squared, multiply by 100, but squared. From meter to centimeter, multiply by 100. What about meter squared? You multiply it by 100, but squared. So now you just multiply it by 100, but squared. It means you are just sticking beside the four zeros. This is how to treat the conversion of meter squared to centimeter squared. Let's take another example, which will have the same thing, which is big to small, multiply, and small to big, divided by. Let's rewrite them again. I don't have any problem of rewriting. The same 1,000 from kilometer to meter. It's not 1,000, it is 1,000 squared. From meter to centimeter, you multiply by 100. Yes, but it is squaring. You have to square the 100. From centimeter to millimeter, it is 10. Multiply by 10. But it is centimeter squared to millimeter squared. Multiply by 10, but squared. So it is the same 3 zeros, 2 zeros, 1 zero, but you multiply by all these when squaring them. You didn't understand the example of multiplying by 100 but squared, we'll do another one which will need division. If you have 3,820 millimeter squared and we want to convert it to centimeter squared, so you have to think big to small multiply and small to big divided by. From millimeter squared to centimeter squared, you are going up the stairs from smaller to bigger, so you have to divide it by 10 but squared. When you divide by 10 but squared, decimal point is moving to make the number smaller. Dividing makes the value smaller. So go backward 2 places, so it will be 38.2. We don't have to write this 0 because simply it's useless. Okay? Don't write this 0. Now, after we finished conversion of length and area, let's speak about conversion of volume. Now, the volume, we are speaking about 3D shapes. Like, for example, I have this bottle of water. Can you hear the volume? The volume means the contents. You can fill it with juice, you can fill it in with water, you can fill it in whatever. And you have to know also the word capacity. Capacity is the inner volume. The word capacity is the inner volume. We have new steps we will deal with. Meter cubed, liter, milliliter, thousand, meter cubed, liter, milliliter, thousand. What are the units of measuring volume? Meter cubed is as big as a box, which is 1 meter length, 1 meter width, and 1 meter height. This is 1 cubic meter, a box, okay? What about liter? This bottle of water is 1 liter volume. You can see, you can enter your kitchen, please go and start recognizing. You have to recognize everywhere. A bottle of milk, a bottle of oil. You have to read the volume of each liquid. It's written on the bottle. So one big box, 1 meter cube, it can be filled with 1,000 liters. And 1 liter, like this bottle of water, can be filled with 1,000 centimeter cubed. So 1 liter contains 1,000 centimeter cubed. By the way, the nickname of the centimeter cubed is milliliter. Milliliter. It's 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. Okay, I'll show you. This box is 1 centimeter length, 1 centimeter width, 1 centimeter height. Its volume is 1 centimeter multiplied by 1 centimeter multiplied by 1 centimeter. It will be 1 cubic centimeter. We can say, in other words, it is 1 milliliter. So let's recognize, why did we write it centimeter cube? Because you are multiplying 3 dimensions. It is a 3D shape. The same thing and the same song, big to small, multiply, and small to big, divided by. So when we convert from centimeter cube to liter, we divide by 1,000. When we convert from liter to meter cube, we also divide by 1,000. I consider the volume steps are the easiest. If we go back to the length steps, which is kilometer, meter, centimeter, this is the original one, and this is the fundamental one. It's the basic one. For area, you just square all the values on the length steps. Now, about the volume, there is a unit of measuring, which is centiliter. Who ever heard about the centiliter? I'll tell you the story about meter. This is in length conversion. There is meter and centimeter and milliliter. So volume wants to copy the length. The same language. He needs the same language. Here is meter, here is centimeter, here is millimeter for the length. For the volume, he wants to copy also. He wants a liter and a centiliter and a milliliter. So we will use the same units, the same values of conversion. From meter, remember, from meter to centimeter, we multiply by 100. And this is the last two steps in the stairs. And from centimeter to millimeter, you just multiply by 10. So it is the same language. From liter to centiliter, you multiply by 100. From centiliter to milliliter, you multiply by 10. We have to speak about the language. We have to speak about the language. If you know French, the word cent means 100. So when we say centimeter, 1 centimeter, it is one part out of 100 parts of a meter. Okay? Now about the word milli. About the word milli. Milli also, it's a language. Milli means the word mil in French, in French, it means 1,000. Okay? So if you speak about 1 millimeter or milliliter, it is the same. Millimeter, it is one part out of 1,000 part of a meter. Okay? From millimeter to meter, you divide by 1,000. Yes, because it is 2 zeros and 1 zero. So what is the last thing I want to speak about in the language? For kilo, you want to convert kilo. We have kilometer, 1 kilometer. What does it mean? What's 1 kilometer? It is 1,000 meter. Kilometer, 1,000 meters. What about kilogram for mass? 1 kilogram, it is 1,000 grams. 1,000 grams. Then you start to understand the language about illumination. The lamp, it is in what? 1 kilowatt. Or in energy, you know, kilojoule. Did you hear ever about kilojoule? Let's speak about what first? Kilowatt. 1 kilowatt. What does it mean? It is 1,000 watts. Okay, so now we understood the language of kilo. You remove the word kilo and put 1,000 instead. So what about 1 kilo monkey? Is there a kilo monkey? Kilo monkey is 1,000. Say it. Kilo monkey, 1,000 monkey. Kilometer, 1,000 meters. Kilogram, 1,000 gram. Kilowatt, 1,000 watt. And kilo monkey, 1,000 monkeys. Now let's go to the liter and the centiliter. Now we spoke about the volume here, and we need to make some examples. So the volume, if you change from, let's have a little example. If we have, for example, 8.63 liter and you want to change them into milliliter. Let's have another example. 28.4 centiliter and we want to change them into liter. Another example. Let's change 2 milliliter into centimeter cube. Let's start. Oh, another one about meter cubed. Why not? 0.76 meter cubed. We want to change it into liter. Let's go. You can answer. 8.63 liters. You want to change it to milliliter. Where is liter? Here is liter. Where is milliliter? Here is milliliter. Multiply by 1,000. Let's say again the song of the volume. meter cube, liter, milliliter, thousand, meter cube, liter, milliliter, thousand, meter cube, liter, milliliter, thousand. So you want to change from liter to milliliter. The word milli, remember the language, you just multiply by 1000 and the decimal point will move forward 1, 2, 3. We have to put a zero. It is 8630 milliliter. Now we want to change from centiliter to liter. Let's remember centiliter to liter. Here is centiliter and here is liter. You just go up from small to big, divided by. Divide by how much? Divided by 100. So let's go to the problem. We divide from centiliter, remember from centiliter to liter, we divide by 100. Don't forget, from centiliter to liter, we divide by 100 because it is the word centi, means cent. Divide by 100, you will move the decimal point backward to be a small value. It is 0.284 of a liter. Now from milliliter to centimeter cube, from milliliter to centimeter cube, milliliter to centimeter cube. It's the same. It's the same. It's the nickname. So it is only two, no conversion. It's a trick. Now from meter cube to liter, you are going down the stairs from meter cube to liter, you are multiplying by 1000. Multiply by 1000 and move the decimal point forward to make the number bigger. It is 760 liters. 0.76 meter cubed, it is 760 liters. That's all for today. We'll continue conversion about time, about mass, and speed also. See you in the next video. Bye bye.